Howdy, howdy, and welcome to another wonderful trash take. I just saw that Trump had talked about something about letting people come to the United States and pay some absurd amount of cash to, like, immediately become a citizen. And I'm curious to see what he's talking about, because I don't know his pathway forward to citizenship besides reforming our current immigration policies and getting people out of the country who don't belong here. And that's been going splendid. I keep seeing videos in California where people will show up to ICE raids with megaphones and cars and scream at them, you don't have to open the door if you don't have a warrant, which is entirely true. They can't enter your house if you don't have a warrant. That's why they'll trick them to come out on the street. There's a funny-ass video of, who's that bald-headed fuck? What's his name? Yeah, there's a funny-ass video where Dr. Phil actually shows up to catch one of these predators, and it's an illegal alien predator, too. And it wasn't like, it starts off kind of weird because they got him in handcuffs because they tricked him to come outside to come meet a fucking minor because he was a sex predator who had been previously arrested in a sanctuary city, and they just released him back onto the street because of their catch and release programs, because some of these cities are so fucking stupid. They're letting child predators go free, basically, because they're illegal aliens and basically got a higher tier level of citizenship. A lot of these people, they know where they're at due to their crimes and where their address is located. But like I said, they can't really get a warrant in these cities to get a judge to sign off on it. And the federal courts, I don't think, can issue a warrant because it requires local jurisdiction. So what they do is they trick them to come outside. And so there's a lot of videos on that. Don't really care. But I did see Trump talking about this, and it sounds fucking hilarious. And Trump is the content president, so I'm going to consume his content today.
We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship, and wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people.
Pay to win immigration, boys. We got pay to win immigration. We didn't get loot boxes in his presidency. We got pay to win immigration. Holy shit. I would be curious to see when this program rolls out how many people actually do this. Do I think that this is going to be at least one person that does it? Yes. Do I think it's going to be over 100? I don't think so. I do not see this being used commonly in any way, shape, or form. 5 million pay to win, though, boys. That I didn't see coming.
And we think it's going to be extremely successful.
Really?
Never been done before or anything.
Nah, like no shit.
Something that we're going to be putting out over.
Are there any pay-to-win countries?
Do you want to say a couple of words about it?
Sure.
Wait a minute.
Nope, hold on.
Hang on a second.
Do you have your gold card to speak at the White House? What are we doing this? We're actually, you're going to give me the money in Bitcoin. And I'm going to run away with it. Oh wait, Biden did that.
Really, you lend some money, but it was full of nonsense, make-believe, and fraud, and it was a way to get a green card that was low priced. So the president said, rather than having this sort of ridiculous EB-5 program, we're going to end the EB-5 program. We're going to replace it with the Trump Gold Card, which is really
put his name in the card.
Gold, so they'll be able to pay $5 million to the U.S. government. They'll have to go through vetting,
Holy
of course.
Shit.
We're going to make sure they're wonderful, world-class global citizens. They can come
Why is
to
RFK
America.
standing there?
The president can give them a green card.
Gulf of America in the background,
invest in America,
too.
and we can use that money to reduce our deficit. Why do we give out lotteries of green cards? Why do we give out EB-5 for green cards? The President of the United States understands that the right answer is, why don't we eliminate the deficit of the United States of America instead?
The gold card.
So they already had a program where you could pay to win. I didn't know that.
Will bring in with it people that create jobs, very high-level people. I think companies will pay to get people in. For instance,
You think they're going to pay $5 million?
Graduate from the Wharton School of Finance or
Who the fuck is worth $5 million to hire at your company?
Stanford or any college, and nobody.
No one
knows
liked
if you
H-1B.
can
That got
for
shut down on
company.
Twitter, so now we got
So
five.
Apple and all these companies that want to get people to be working for them will be able to buy a card. And
Is it not the green or not the gold card?
One of their class at top schools. I see that as one of the things, but generally speaking, it'll be people with money and people that create jobs, and they won't.
So
have
he's
to
expecting
pay
people
any
to use
tax
this as a
on
way to
income
come here and
outside
start
of
their
the
companies here if
United
they
States, which
want.
they're not
I
paying right now.
guess
They're not
to
citizens,
bypass the
but
current system.
They'll have to pay if they create jobs in the United States. They'll pay full taxes like everybody else. So you're getting big taxpayers, big job producers, and we'll be able to sell maybe 1 million of these cards, maybe more than that.
$1 million?
And if you add up the numbers, they're pretty good. As an example, 1 million cards would be worth $5 trillion. $5 trillion.
Wow.
And if you sell 10 million of the cards, that's a total of $50 trillion. Well, we have 35 trillion in
He's
debt.
a businessman, but this seems ludicrous.
But it could be great. Maybe
I want to see the numbers on this. There's no fucking way there's that many rich people wanting in the United States ASAP
from the legal
like that.
standpoint, it's totally legal to do. Hasn't been done before. It's been done in many different forms. We give them away. Why should we give them away? We shouldn't give them away.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm under the impression rich people used to be able to just kind of like bypass the entire system if they had a friend who knew a friend who knew a friend who worked in immigration to bring you in here. I know I know Moist Critical has talked about it before with his esports team. I think it was Apex or Rocket League. They had a lot of issues with one of their teams because they had some retarded immigration person that just like refused to do any work and just sat on his ass for 6 months and basically didn't let the team come to America because it was a bunch of foreigners across the world. And then they had to like independently resubmit their applications and hope they got different people to do their immigration form. I think the funny thing too, Moist Critical was saying he dealt with the same guy before, and he's like, this guy's a brain dead lobotomite. He's got 40 IQ max, and he's working for the immigration services, which makes sense. He's a government worker. You can't get fired. You can be as dumb as you want. You won't get fired. That's how government jobs generally work. That's why everyone's mad with Doge coming in with an axe. But
I think it's something very exciting. I think it's potentially just something that we're all very excited about.
Yeah, the days of green cards are over. It's either that gold card or you're poor, basically, which I don't imagine. He actually thinks 1 million people are going to do this? There's no fucking way. There's no way, man. There's no way. That is wishful thinking to think that there's 1 million people that have $5 million across the world that want to come to the United States right at this moment. And I really doubt companies are going to pay for it, but it could be. It sounded like the way he was speaking. My issue with Trump is he'll talk in generalities, and it makes it hard to understand what he actually means. But it sounded like, and I'm kind of trying to read between the lines here, he was talking about companies will have a different card they can pay for to bring people in that they want to hire on, which they already have H-1B, so that doesn't really make sense to me. So maybe I'm just misunderstanding that entirely, which is possible. But that is, nah, dude, this is like, the first person that does this is going to be clowned on for having a gold card. And the fact that they're calling it the Trump gold card, I don't know if that's the actual like TM part. I'll be curious to see, but I didn't know we had a program already that was HB5, EB5. So a quick Google brings me right to the UCIS, which is United Citizens and Immigration Services website.gov. So it's a trusted website. EB5 program, investors and their spouses and unmarried children under 21 are eligible to apply for lawful permanent residence, become a green card holder if they make the necessary investment in commercial enterprises, plan to create or preserve 10 permanent full-time jobs for workers. This program is known as EB5 for the employment-based fifth percentage visa of the participant services. And it started in 1990. Congress created it in 1990 to stimulate the U.S. economy. I'll be curious to see if this gets immediately sued to stop this from happening. That's kind of interesting. We already had it. And I guess you just had to create a business and create a job for those people. You didn't have to pay anything. So now he's like, no, you want to come here, you're going to pay on top of it too. So this is a chart comparison of 2023 to 2024 of EB5 visas, which it seems like it's actually pretty popular. We got some months where it hit up to 1,000 applicants, but this isn't 1 million people. Like, this is maybe like 6,000 in a single year for the 2024 year. 2023 looks like it was even worse. Maybe it's like 7,000 to 8,000 people a year is what I could see for this. But him saying 1 million, that's wishful thinking. I'm sorry, man. That is crazy wishful thinking. And then right toward the end, in September, it dropped to 22. I guess people didn't like the idea of Trump becoming president, and they saw that more on the horizon. So it's going down already. Yeah, I'll be curious to see if this actually pays off. I feel like everything coming out of this administration is going to be named after Trump. We're going to get the Trump green card. We already have a Gulf of America, which I'm surprised he didn't name the Gulf of Trump. Pretty humble of him. But I prefer the Gulf of Cum. Canada, United States, and Mexico. Honestly, I think everyone there could agree the Gulf of Cum would be pretty cool. I know Canada's not really touching it, but like their honorary membership. It's like the North American Gulf, essentially. So, yeah, I happen to see this just came out on Twitter, and I thought this was pretty funny from what the caption read. And sure enough, Trump has provided excellent humor for today, I would say. Every day with this man, I have no idea what I'm going to see when I open the news or turn on Twitter, and I can't trust most of the time if it's the news. I did see that the news likes to mislead and deceive when they can, because people don't ever fact check them. $5 million gold visa for a program that's barely receiving 10,000 applicants a year, I don't think that's gonna. I don't think these people are gonna be able to afford that. I'd be very curious. There might be like one person say I'm the first one with a Trump gold card, like some Saudi prince is what I imagine, but I genuinely don't think this is going to be used much. And if they make this data public, I have a feeling it's going to get clowned on. But could eat my words on it. This could be the next big thing. This could be the break I need to receive more money back on my taxes or something like that. I genuinely don't know. We'll see what happens. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Hope you had a wonderful time, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, later.